Hi guys, welcome to my updated dewy, glowy, cream slash liquid product makeup routine. If you follow me over on TikTok, you've been seeing that I've been doing this look a lot. I'm loving it. It's so good for summer. I've always been a powder girl and I just recently got all these products. I'm going to show you every single thing I use, every shade. Everything will also be linked down below. So let's get right into it. So the first thing I'm going to be using is the Dior Glow Drops. I hear that these have been discontinued. Prepping the skin, I'll be using CeraVe. You can use any moisturizer you prefer. And I'm going to be mixing the Dior Glow Drops, as many drops as you prefer, into there and just blending it all together. First thing I'm going to be using is the Luminous Silk Giorgio Armani foundation. I'm using the shade 6.5 and I'm also going to be using this Morphe R6 brush. I just pump the foundation right onto the brush like so, and I just kind of go in circles. Now I know I don't really do it right, but this doesn't really have to be an extremely full coverage moment, so I like to just start off with a light base. I like to keep it thin. So something that I've been loving about cream, when I use powder, I tend to get a little bit of dry skin, usually right here and on the sides of my nose, and that hasn't been happening when I use cream and liquid products, and it's so nice. I feel like it lasts so long on the skin. It also doesn't feel like you're wearing so much makeup. Now that the skin is prepped with foundation, I'm gonna go in with the Jeffree Star Magic Concealer, shade C14. I put it under the eyes in the T-zone right here, and then on the chin, just to brighten up those areas. I'm going in with my Beauty Blender. This one actually has silicone on the top, and I feel like it makes my concealer look so nice. It doesn't absorb all of it. It just nicely blends it out. I'm gonna link it down below. Do you see how nicely this blends out? I do the inner corner because I do have a very dark area right there. I like to cover that up and brighten it up. I actually don't put concealer on, I guess you would say, the outer corner of my lid. I do the inner because, like I said, I have some dark circles, but I just like to nicely blend it out. I leave it like this so that you can see a little bit of your natural skin come out. It makes the whole look more natural, in my opinion. I truly feel like this is some of my best makeup tips that I've learned from all different creators and makeup artists online. I've just collected little tips here and there from everybody. For the T-zone, I blend it right in between the brows and then I widen it out literally like a T. I like to do here and here. This really helps with brightening, but when I first started doing this when I was younger, this was a very acne prone area for me, so I would always do that. Then I started to realize how nicely it highlighted my face, so I just never stopped. Next, I'm taking the Rare Beauty bronzer stick in the shade Full of Life. So when I first started off with cream products, I wasn't sure really how to blend it, and I was doing a lot of TikTok reviews and stuff, and you guys were telling me put it on the back of your hand, warm it up, use a brush, dab it in. I've tried so many things and I've found that what works best for me is applying very lightly and building with a beauty blender. So what I mean by building is just doing a super light little dab with the stick and then dabbing and blending with the beauty blender. And if I feel like I need more, which I definitely do, I go in with more the same exact way. Just super light. And I like to blend it immediately because you don't want it to dry. It just doesn't blend as well. I always like to go up the side of my face next to my brow. I just think it's so pretty and flattering. Same thing on the other side of the face. But yeah, definitely dabbing instead of dragging it across your face is definitely a better way to blend it out. So I wouldn't prefer doing a line on the cheekbone, but I definitely do that on the forehead. I just feel like it's easier to blend out up there and like less serious, you know? So then for the forehead, like I said, lines, baby. And now that I do not have platinum hair all around, I can blend a little bit into my hairline and not have to worry about my hair turning orange. On the nose, I do a super thin line and I just take my beauty blender and I rub it. Yep, I do. Mainly because I don't put a lot of product on my nose at all, so it's alright. Blend it and then I like to pull it into my brow. If that is flattering for your face, then do that. Try it. If you don't like it, you never have to do it again. And then underneath the nose a little bit and just blend that out. Then I do a bit above the brow and on the brow bone. I like to focus a lot on being bronze. And then I do underneath and blend it out as best as you can. This is super easy to correct if you feel like you made any harsh lines or anything. And then I do a fucked up triangle underneath my chin. Blend that out nicely and do the same thing on the other jaw. And I like to use what's left on my beauty blender to go up here. Also nice to blend the bronzer down to make sure you don't have a harsh line. My absolute favorite step of all time, blush. This is my favorite thing ever recently. It's the Rare Beauty liquid blush in the shade Joy. This packaging is so pretty. I like to take off all the extra product and I apply this right to the face as well, and I do the same thing here and blend immediately. So with my blush, I feel like I have a lot of tips here that really change the entire makeup look. There's days where I do it directly on the cheek, like today, but sometimes if I want to do a super lifted look and not focus so much on being bronzy, I will only apply it right around here to lift up the face. But today, I'm gonna drag the blush on the outer corner of this under eye and almost to the middle pretty much, and just blend it all into there. We're gonna go in with a little bit more. Then, guess what? We're doing the same thing with the blush that we did with the contour, brow bone, and above the brow. I really like to focus the blush on the eye area, like so. Now, the nose, very lightly. Again, always tap it on. You don't want to drag it and overdo it. You can always add more. I've been really loving going underneath the eye with the blush, lightly, with the extra product that you have on. I kind of just leave like the inner corner to be bright, and if I feel that I need more brightness, I'll just go back in with the concealer and pull it out. Now that all of that is done, I'm going to go back in with the Dior Glow Drops, put some on my finger, and just start patting it where you would apply highlight. Oh my god, I'm so glowy. I love it. Put it on the brow bone with your fingers. I do cheekbones, brow bone, nose. All applied with the finger. Next, I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in the shade Taupe. I brush them up and then I very so lightly fill them in. So I'm just gonna not speak because I'll fuck them up, but just watch. Lightest hand ever. And then after I have my outline, I just very lightly fill it in. And what I like to do for the outer corner of the brow is brush them up and almost go above your brow line. See how I did it above? Once you brush them up, it's all gonna flow together perfectly. Now I'm gonna go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel and brush the brows up. Does anybody else have one phenomenal eyebrow and another eyebrow that just doesn't want to work ever? Because for me, this is my queen here, and this is my problem child. She's my problem child. I said it. I said it. This one is like a freaking scholar, never does any wrong. This one is wild and sneaks out at night. Now we let these dry. I think it's very important for me, at least, since I have kind of lighter, thinner hair. I like to keep it really light and just do a very light brow look, but also make them a statement at the same time. Now that that is all done, I'm going to go in with the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. I take a dense brush before anything. The only area that I'm going to be applying this in is directly under the eye, because as you can see, I crease so much underneath the eye. So I go back in with the beauty blender with no product on it, and I just buff out directly under my eye. And then I take the dense brush and just pat in under the eye, and that is it. I don't set anywhere else. If you feel like you want to set somewhere else, go ahead and do that, but I feel like it just takes away from the glowy look. I just use this fluffy brush, and if you want, you could take what's left and do some oily areas, just a little bit. That's it for the face. I'm going to use the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray that I have in this travel bottle. To me, setting spray is the most important part, especially for a dewy look. To me, that would come right off immediately if I didn't set it. I would just be rubbing all over people's white shirts. So, setting spray is very important. for any look, honestly. Now we're gonna do mascara. I have an in-depth mascara routine to really show you my tips and tricks. I will show you what I do, but all my tips are in this video right here, so go check that out. So I use the Tweezerman eyelash curler. It's so good, and I get it at Ulta. And I curl, 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 curl in my specific way that you'll see in this video. Look at that amazing curl that I get. First thing I go in with is the Maybelline Lash Sensational Curvature Mascara that is just looks horrible right now. It's so old. I like to use a super light mascara for the first coat to make sure that they don't fall, because as you can see, my lashes are not curly naturally. And for the first coat, I go in on just the root of the lashes. This is all so that we can keep them standing up all day and night, because if you go right in with mascara on the tip, they'll fall. For the second coat, we go in like this from the back of the lashes and pull up. And now this is super dried out, like I said. I like to start off like that. Like I said before, you can always add more. Just make sure you're lathering up every single lash. I always like to have my handy dandy thin tip like so, tweezer, to separate any lashes that I want to. Next up is I go in with the Lash Sensational Sky High Mascara and do the same thing. Start off at the root. Oh, I'm all the way down here. Hello. Same thing. Go to the tip now. And you can keep going or you can use less, obviously, whatever you prefer. I never do bottom mascara. I just don't like how it looks on me. I feel like this opens up my eyes way more. And the last step is going in with the Pillow Talk Charlotte Tilbury Lip Liner. And here is the finished look. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Every product that I use will be linked down below. Let me know if you try out this look. Tag me on TikTok, maybe do a little tutorial on there. I would love that. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I post YouTube videos every week, but if you want more of me, you can follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. My username is @Brookemooney_. My sister, my dad, and I also have a podcast called It's a Mooney Thing. If you guys watched up until this point, comment this emoji in the comments down below. And here is today's subscriber shout out. I love you so much and I'm so thankful for you. Make sure to like and subscribe. It's a free way to help me out. All right, peace out guys. Love you.